If you were to ask me, honestly, I would say 20s, 20s are a very dangerous age for both men and women. The reason why I think this is because, and it's not only just due to the fact that you have mere freedom, you have a lot of freedom, honestly, not even mere, a lot of freedom to basically do what you want. You're not really sheltered by the school system anymore. You are plausibly given a free schedule to which whatever you want to do with your own life, you can pursue to your own accord. You know, there's not really a roadmap after high school. Now, the conditioning framework roadmap would be, and is, go to school, get good grades, go to a good college or high school, university, or something equivalent. Have a good career, get married, repeat the process, and die. That's the conditional route. What's already there for society, and I like to frame it as the safe route, mediocre, if you will, modern day route, average, whatever you want to call it, the common route that everyone takes for their security. Security. If my eyebrows not showing, security. And it's an age range where it's not really a roadmap, like I said earlier. You can pretty much do whatever you want. It's usually in this area where things happen and people start crashing out, people start moving crazy. Now, I'm not saying everyone in their 20s are like this, but it's common. People start moving mad at this age. Women that are not mentally good in their head and not mentally sound, these women start doing sex work, online sex work. Yeah, you know about this, the OnlyFans, the shaking your ass on social media. And it's not by accident that they do it when they're 20 years old. They're in their 20s. Of course. Because that's the age ranges where they're most attractive. The decade they're most attractive to men. At least I can speak from my experience. That's when they start moving mad. The men too. That's when they start moving a bit crazy. That's when the drugs start coming in. Truly. They start taking full-on drugs and whatnot. They become an absolute slob. And they fall off from what they were in high school. So they've peaked in high school. You never want to peak in high school. But people do. How do you not peak in high school? Take care of yourself every single day. You get older, you're eating the right foods, you're working on what needs to be done, working on that career and whatnot. Improving in all areas, bro. It'll be like, who the fuck is high school you? He ain't nothing, he ain't shit. High school me ain't shit. High school years are boring, to be fair. Well, a few laughs here and there, but nothing really happened, it wasn't really life. 20s, this is building, man. You guys, man, and you girls too. The small percentage of girls that watch me. Assuming, because most of my analytics went out, say a small amount. And obviously, a lot of men watch me too. Anyway, you lot gotta fix up. And be careful as well. Hold on. And be careful as well, because that's the age from what I'm seeing. I'm seeing stuff on the internet. I'm seeing 20-year-olds sleep with 50-year-old men, 40-year-old men, 30-year-old men, and they're whores. Right? Now, for me, there's nothing wrong with age gaps. But the reason why I mentioned this one, some of you lot are sleeping with multiple men. Decades older than you. I'm like, bro, what's wrong with you? Girl, what's wrong with you? There's 2 porn stars in the UK, I'm not going to say their names. One slept with 1,000 men. She's only 26. The other is only 5 years older than me and done similar feats. Not on person A's level, but getting there. That's not something to be proud about. And I don't care if they're a millionaire, no. Things happen for a season, they may be a talk of the town for a moment. Eventually they're gonna fade, bro. They're gonna fade. Oh, and even worse, so no one's gonna want to marry you. Why would we? Why would we look forward? Why would a man look forward to wanting to have you when you're exposed on the internet? And I typed in, because I wanted to see if this stuff was actually legit, if they're actually being as freaky as they say they are. I just went on Google Images one day, I typed in both their names, right? And let's just say, without saying too much, I saw enough, right? And yeah, I clicked off almost instantly. Never again. Freaky. And that's in the 20s. This is why it's good to have a good foundation. It's good to have good parents, you know. And if you weren't born with the best of parents, I'm sorry that happened to you, right? You have my sympathy, right? And it's not your fault that, you know, you went through what you went through with your parents not treating you the best. However, it is your responsibility on how you act thereon. Don't use your parents as an excuse now. Okay? You can't do that. You're an adult. You're a full-grown adult. Take matters into your own hands. Because yes, despite the bad shortcomings which may have resulted and have resulted to many people doing immoral acts in their 20s, that's usually when it starts. Women with the sex work, men with the drugs and whatnot. Heck, many of them do be doing killings. I don't know where you lot live, but I know crime is everywhere, man. I can only speak for my city, London, in England. We're heavy on knife crime. There is some gun violence every now and then, but from what I've experienced, I've never really experienced that. Some stabbings do happen in my area. I don't really have any affiliations with any gang members or nothing like that. I have a nice small circle, so keep yourself tight. You shouldn't really have to worry. But in my area, yes, stabbing is very prevalent. I feel for you American viewers, because you lot have gun violence, don't you? Like, some countries in Europe, I have family in France, they use fireworks as their form of what would be the equivalent of our knives, and the Americans as guns. It's a bit mad. So we gotta be careful, we gotta keep ourselves sane. But I cannot stress to you the amount of times I hear people committing crimes on Sky News. That's the news that we have in Britain, right? And every time tonight they say knife crime, the numbers I hear the most are about 20 to 22. Now there are some mad kids also that they do this stuff at like early teenagers. It's mad, absolutely mad. They need to keep their head in check. But it does happen, and a lot of people in their 30s, like many of them who you're meant to be in your prime in your 30s, you are committing robberies, going to prison. You see what I learned when I turned 18 last year? Not everyone who's adult by the law is adults in the mind, you know. A lot of people like to say, you know, adult is age, physically, and yes, there's an element to that, but mental is a big factor too. This is why there's man-childs my age, celebrities in fact. But yes, by the law they may be 18 plus, but their behaviours say otherwise, speak otherwise. Men and women, when we got to stop that sex work, it probably won't stop, unfortunately. I see it everywhere. I can't tell you the amount of provocative content I've watched in the past, which is, it's very sad I was exposed to that. Fortunately, porn is restricted now. You need an ID card, and you know, whenever I'm horny and I'm not really thinking straight, let's say I type that stuff up, there's an ID stuff, and then oh nah, I'm not putting my ID, and then it makes me not want to watch it again. Stuff like that, to which I never did when I watch it. I just needed some form of stimulation, and in moments like that, that's when, you know, it's best to meditate, get your mind right, and just really remember what you actually want, and then just pursue things that will bring you to a further position in life. Not watching porn, it won't do anything for you, I promise you. I'm speaking as a testament to that. So, but yeah, 20 is a dangerous age, man. I'm 20 in 4 months, so I just, you know, it's a bit mad, you know. You have the freedom, plausibly, to do whatever you want within reason, good or bad, and that's not to glorify the bad. Ideally, we should all be on the good side, but unfortunately, the world isn't that simple. But yeah, man, I just made this video to tell you, man. It's raining too. Damn. Keep your head up and have a good head on your shoulders. Make sure you're around good people, you're a good environment, so you don't become these people that I'm constantly bombarded with from the media. 22-year-olds killing grannies and 80-year-old people in their 80s and 60s. They don't discriminate. It's disgusting. Women flaunting their bodies on the internet when they should be showing it for their man. Making it only for him. It gives your body value. You know, people say your body is a temple of God. I believe that too. But people just think it's body. Your mind is also a part of your body. So let's fuel that also. Fuel that. So don't just be all carnal. Because if you want to keep living in sin, you can live in sin. Go ahead. You know, you're a grown man, you're a grown woman. You know, you have the free will to do what you want, but just know actions have consequences. And my response and what I just said can either be a good thing or bad thing, and that will reveal the type of life you're living, or the type of life you want to live. 20s is a very dangerous age, and I need to buckle myself up. It's a big world out there, and I'll be in my 20s in 4 months. So I gotta prepare and really get my mind right and stay on the right path. And I wish the same for you too. Have a good head on your shoulders. Continue with that. You'll be fine.